Man is not fully conditioned and determined but rather determines himself whether he gives in to conditions or stands up to them. Pain is only bearable if we know it will end, not if we deny it exists. For what then matters is to bear witness to the uniquely human potential at its best, which is to transform a personal tragedy into a triumph, to turn one's predicament into a human achievement. A man's concern, even his despair, over the worthwhileness of life is an existential distress but by no means a mental disease. View life as a series of movie frames. The ending and meaning may not be apparent until the very end of the movie, and yet, each of the hundreds of individual frames has meaning within the context of the whole movie. The more one forgives himself, by giving himself to a cause to serve or another person to love, the more human he is and the more he actualizes himself. Every human being has the freedom to change at any instant. Then I grasped the meaning of the greatest secret that human poetry and human thought and belief have to impart: the salvation of man is through love and in love. The point is not what we expect from life, but rather what life expects from us. The quest for meaning is the key to mental health and human flourishing. This is the core of the human spirit. If we can find something to live for, if we can find some meaning to put at the center of our lives, even the worst kind of suffering becomes bearable. Just as a small fire is extinguished by the storm whereas a large fire is enhanced by it, likewise a weak faith is weakened by predicament and catastrophes whereas a strong faith is strengthened by them. We can discover this meaning in life in three different ways: 1. By doing a deed, 2. By experiencing a value, and 3. By suffering. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. For the meaning of life differs from man to man, from day to day and from hour to hour. What matters, therefore, is not the meaning of life in general but rather the specific meaning of a person's life at a given moment. Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. A thought transfixed me. For the first time in my life, I saw the truth as it is set into song by so many poets, proclaimed as the final wisdom by so many thinkers. The truth, that love is the ultimate and the highest goal to which man can aspire. Our attitude towards what has happened to us in life is the important thing to recognize. Once hopeless, my life is now hopeful, but it did not happen overnight. The last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, is to choose one's own way. Everyone has his own specific vocation or mission in life. Everyone must carry out a concrete assignment that demands fulfillment. Therein he cannot be replaced, nor can his life be repeated. Thus, everyone's task is unique as his specific opportunity to implement it. Life can be pulled by goals just as surely as it can be pushed by drives.